Guys, welcome. Chris Cox here. Today I wanted to do part 2 of common guitar terms that you will see and hear in guitar lesson videos and instructional books. Number 1 is octave. So when we say that we play the octave of a note, that just means that we're playing that same note up higher or lower in the scale. So for example, if this is the root and I play the A major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, when we get to the 8th note, that root note repeats. So this would be an A and this would be the octave of the A. Same thing here, here's another A. So same note played up higher or lower in the scale. Number 2 is arpeggio. So when someone says that you played an arpeggio, you're talking about playing the individual notes separately in a chord. So for example, if I take an A major, if I strum all that, we just played the A major chord, but if I wanted to arpeggiate that, I would play it like this. I've played each individual note separate. Okay, number 4 is palm muting. Palm muting is a technique that's used in all genres of music, but you hear it a lot in rock and metal. So basically what you're doing has to do with the position of where your palm is on the bridge of the guitar. If your palm is not touching the strings but is resting on the bridge, you kind of get this sound. But if I start to bring my palm up and just kind of graze and touch the string, we get this. Hear how the note kind of tightens up. So no palm muting, that's a muted note. We also use this technique to keep other strings from ringing out that we don't want to ring out. So when we're playing a musical passage, we want to make sure that we're playing the notes that you want to hear, but the other notes we want to keep those silent. Number 5 is alternate picking. So when we say that we're going to alternate pick a musical passage, that means that we're doing down up picking. So for example, if I will go back to that A major scale again, if I play the first note down and I want to alternate pick this is going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So each time you play a downstroke, the very next pick is going to be an upstroke. So what are we talking about when we say the terms first, third, fifth? Basically what that means is that's the degree in the scale. So for example, if I'm playing an A major scale and I play the very first note, that's the root note, that's considered the first. This will be the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and then the 8th, which is the octave, or sometimes referred to as unison. Number 3 is interval. An interval is the musical distance between two notes. There's 2 parts to this. There's the quality of the interval, and there's the spaces or lines between the 2 notes. So for example, the quality would be major, minor, perfect, unison, or octave. So let me give you an example of that. So if I play the A major scale, 1, 2, 3, and I stop on the 3rd note of that A major scale, play those together, that's a major third interval. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4th to the 4th note of the A major scale, that's considered a perfect 4th. I'll show you another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go to the 5th note of that A major scale, that's considered a perfect 5th. The next term is harmonics. And harmonics can be found in a lot of places on the fretboard in certain areas, and they sound like this. A lot of rock and heavy metal players use harmonics in their style, especially the players like Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads. For example, this is the 7th position harmonics. Now what you would be doing is you're laying your finger across the strings at the 7th fret, but you're not actually fretting the note, you're just gently touching. You get that chime sound. Another position is the 12th position. You can find them. Those are harmonics. The 9th term is pinch harmonics. So players like Zakk Wylde, Billy Gibbons, a lot of rock and metal players use pinch harmonics. And a pinch harmonic sounds like this. And what you're basically doing, you're taking, barely just keeping a little bit of the pick showing, and as you strike the note and you're keeping the pick at an angle, you're letting the flesh of your thumb hit the note as well, and it creates this pinch harmonic. Depending on where you move your picking hand, you get different types of sounds. So those are pinch harmonics. Final term is tapping. So when we say we're tapping a note, we're actually taking our picking hand and we're in various areas of the fretboard. We're actually tapping and kind of doing a hammer on pull-off technique with the tap. So for example, for like a lick like this, I'm tapping the note, but then I'm pulling off. Eddie Van Halen brought this technique to the forefront of rock guitar, and to this day it is used widely in rock and metal. I also have a part 1 of 10 common guitar terms that you might want to check out as well. Just understanding guitar terminology that's you see frequently in instructional books and here in guitar lesson videos just makes it so much easier when you're trying to follow along. So I look forward to seeing you again. Chris Cox, take care.